I attend a school filled with mostly Black and Latino kids, and walking in the hallways or sitting in the classroom, I'm constantly hearing kids say, "Why are you acting Black?" or "Why are you acting white?" So I got curious, why do we do this? Why are people saying this to each other? And I wanted to know how this makes people feel.
Yes, I have heard somebody say that somebody else is acting Black.
Yes, somebody did tell me if I'm acting Black.
Yes, I was told that someone was acting white.
Yes, I heard it like 2 weeks ago.
Yes, I have heard someone being called Black or white. Actually, not that long ago. I was with a friend of mine, and then we was dancing, and he dabbed, and then somebody was like, "Oh, you dab like a white person."
Somebody did tell me if I'm acting Black or white. And when they're saying I'm acting Black, they're probably saying, they were saying I was acting too ghetto or too ratchet.
Once, because acting Black because of how the person spoke and how the person ate and his characteristics.
Numerous occasions I've heard maybe a student tell another student after they answer a question, "Oh, you talk like you white," or tell someone else, another student, "Oh, you trying to be Black."
And somebody actually told me that I'm acting too white because of like my skin color. They think that I'm white just because like my skin color is like really light.
First of all, I think it's interesting how people around me talk, but when someone calls it out like that, it's, it's like, oh man, it kind of calls into question your motivations for doing so. It's like kind of being accused. I don't think anyone likes being accused of anything.
Yes, I have been accused of being Black or white. Not that long ago, right? So I worked in school, and then my pants was down, right? And I couldn't put them up because my hands was full. And then this guy comes up to me. He's like, "Oh, you over here sagging because he think he Black, whatever."
And then I just questioned them. I was like, "What does that even mean? Like, why are you calling me that?" And then he just said, "Oh, you're just acting too ghetto. You're just acting like you're like really hype."
Oftentimes, Black culture is deemed cooler than white culture. So if you're white and you're acting Black, that can be cool.
The characteristics that someone been told to be white is like how I don't want to say how they act like when they be like nice and stuff, but it's like they have more manners, and they're not like aggressive like us. Well, I'm not saying that Black people are aggressive, but we're like, I just can't explain it right now.
I think, unfortunately, the way our society has put a connection to white is right, it has spilled down into the mindset of the generation that we have before us.
Usually, it gets me mad that the fact that usually when they say that you're Black, it's because you're doing something bad instead of doing something good. So that shows that people relate being Black to being bad. So that gets me mad because I have friends and family who are Black too, and they're good people, so it gets me mad just to think about what society has to say about Black people and their race. If you want to do good, you do good, and you want to do bad, you do bad. It's not really a race that goes with it.
Nobody should be judged on how they act or what color they are, which color they are. They should act like this person or that person.
If someone told me that if I was acting white, I would feel kind of offended.
It makes me feel offended because why are you calling me that if I'm not that race, or if you're calling me something else and I'm not that race either?
And I really don't care if somebody said I'm acting Black or white because I already know who I am. And if somebody just say that, they're just a hater.
When people say, "Oh, you're acting white," it's because you're not acting the way that they expect you to act because you're Black. And when people say, "Why you always gotta be Black," is almost in a sense, why you always have to be loud, and why you always have to be ignorant, and why do you always have to say things wrong, and why do you always have to be prideful, and why do you always have to be not white?
For as long as racism is well and alive, there are going to be stereotypes. But that does not mean that we have to go along with those stereotypes. It's up to us to push back on those stereotypes. There are so many great achievements, so much legacy behind African Americans, that there is no room for those stereotypes because they can all be debunked. Just bringing up, you know, with each achievement, with each legacy that was left behind.
We live in a world full of stereotypes. We see it on TV and in the movies. People making others think that being black is bad or ghetto, and that white is right. But that's not true at all.